Hello, everybody, accelerators, and anybody else that happens to be watching either today or on the replay. I am Diane Spadola, and this is the Thursday Afternoon Tune-Up, episode number 96. I want to talk to you today about pivots. And just to let you know, this episode is brought to you by Accelerate Your Success, the business booster program for artists and entertainers. Please join my online classroom. If you're watching this on Facebook, just go to groups and look for Accelerate Your Success. We'd love to see you there. There's lots of free resources, short videos, opportunities to participate in contests, and all kinds of fun marketing stuff. I'm a pivot coach that helps people have fun with marketing when they really like fun more than marketing. And today I want to tell you my story about the times that I've pivoted in the past and how I came to the spot where I am today. So let's take it all the way back to the beginning. For 40 years, I have managed pivots in my career and others. I started my career in college as a volunteer event planner for a large charity that involved teams of 10 people running continuously for 24 hours, 1 mile at a time. When I was ready to graduate, all I could think of is that I wanted my perfect job, my perfect workday. The ideal dream job for me was if I could get paid to be a volunteer. Thinking that if I could support myself organizing charity events and other volunteers, I would be in heaven. Lo and behold, there was such an occupation at that time, and they called it professional fundraiser. So I went to work for one of the largest charities in the world and did everything from running stop smoking programs to organizing health fairs to creating jump-a-thons, dance-a-thons, eat-a-thons, anything-a-thons in order to make money for the cause that I was so passionate about. Along the way, I quit smoking. And I learned a whole lot about different forms of cancer at the same time. And although I love the education/training segments of my job and the volunteer management, I worked with all kinds of boards, the members of which came from all walks of life, blue collar, white collar, CEOs, recent college graduates, all kinds. Even my sunny disposition found fundraising to be really difficult. I know now that I just needed a little more fundraising to go with the fundraising. So then I quit that job and I started wrapping gifts at Filene's. Yes, a department store, which was actually really fun and was probably the first foray into creative activity or artistry. We used real ribbons. We wrapped every package, even a baby car seat and a stroller, for $2. Can you imagine? We're talking about before electricity was invented. So while I was doing the Filene's gift wrap thing, I decided to go to graduate school, which was great fun, and I'm still friends with those people today. I got an MBA, and I entered the corporate world as a management consultant. I was pivoting from nonprofit to profit, but I thought it was important to keep that one foot sort of grounded in healthcare. And what that tells you is that the whole notion of a pivot, it's not like flipping completely. It's not I guess it could be a 180-degree turn, but it's about keeping one foot planted in one place and then moving in different directions with the other. So I needed to have that thing, which was at the time was healthcare, to keep me grounded when I was pivoting into the profit world. I successfully landed a job with the most admired America's company in the pharmaceutical world, and I began a long, lucrative career in this big pharma company. For the next 16 years, I moved through all of the different corporate sort of stopping points: sales, marketing, copywriting, product management, segment management. I became a district manager. I became an in-house consultant that was on loan to other divisions within the company, where I got to be a team facilitator and help meetings go better and make sure that everybody felt included in the outcome of those meetings. Pivots within the company were really easy to make. And I was even once put in charge of a career development program for new hires, helping them to get traction in their current job so that they could accelerate faster up the corporate ladder. And then something happened, as always happens when you talk to entrepreneurs about their story. That something was that I had gotten married and I had had a baby. And one day, while I was at work, my nanny, who I had put through all of the paces and done all of the screening for, had other people interview her, checked her references, done a trial run on camera at home one weekend. I saw that nanny striking my baby, my 9-month-old daughter. Luckily, New Jersey pursued that woman to the fullest extent of the law for assault and child endangerment. But after that point, you can imagine the guilt, the resentment, the anger, the depression, all of it stemming from the fact that I had had a corporate job and I had put my baby at risk. After that, no corporate job, no matter how much money or how big a bonus, felt like it fit me as good as the ones that came before that moment. As I moved further and further away from the patients in the company that I was working for and became part of the corporate bureaucracy, that notion of leaving my family, leaving my daughter in the hands of somebody else who I may not be able to trust, became much, much more part of my decision-making. And then I landed in a job that was a great job, but I didn't like the team that I was working with. I had 9 people working for me. 3 of them I loved, 3 of them I couldn't stand, and 3 of them I felt completely ambivalent about. So what did I do next? Well, I had discovered face painting. I had discovered volunteering at pony parties, and I had discovered what it was like to work with children every single day, to put smiles on their faces and make them happy. So when I asked my boss for a job share, and she said no, because I really just wanted to work part-time, scale back the time at the company, and work more on behalf of my family, when she said no, I quit. A 17-year career, making 6 figures, big bonuses, company car, 5 weeks vacation, the whole shebang. Yes, it was kind of like running off and joining the circus, but not exactly, because I was still traumatized from my earlier experience. And every time I heard a child or a baby cry, I would feel sad. I wanted to comfort that child in the grocery store, in the department store, at a gas station, no matter what. All I wanted to do was provide happiness to children. Now you spin the wheel forward, and I have had now a second successful career as a face and body painter. But I can no longer provide joy, just like you, because of the pandemic. So you have to think about what I was looking for. I'm all about fun, at least ever since I left the corporate job. It's a theme for me. I didn't draw, I didn't paint, I couldn't sketch my way out of the bedroom if I had to, but I became an artistic entertainer because I love children and I love making them laugh and I love making them smile and I love transforming them into their favorite animal superhero. You know all about it because that's what you do, right? So if I can do it, you too can pivot to something so completely out of your wheelhouse that you don't even see that it's there. I rebranded my company, Bella Faccia Painting, with the help of a course in 2013, and that created huge momentum and huge income growth. Now, what happens now that I cannot do what I love to do? I can't paint faces anymore. I can't even be a regular party entertainer because I don't know how to twist balloons. So, what am I going to do in the face of a pandemic when there aren't any parties, there aren't any gigs, and I am not allowed to be around children for the obvious reasons of germ transfer? So I decided that I was going to start doing my side hustle full time, and I became a coach for creative professionals that want to pivot because of the pandemic. I'm a pivot coach for business owners who used to work in the COVID crushed industries of art, photography, music, parties, event planning. Is that you? If so, this is my calling, and it only took me 39 years to get here. You too can reinvent yourself. If you're feeling that agitation in your stomach, that what you're doing on a daily basis is not what you want to be doing, let me help you understand where your calling is. Join my free online classroom, Accelerate Your Success. And if you connect with me on Facebook, send me a DM and introduce yourself. I promise that with my help, you'll find your calling and your next pivot that much faster. See you next week.